have to look in the camera and do it right. Some years ago I had an assignment from the Washington Post to do a story about life at summer camp. What it's like to be a camper and a counselor, to spend your summers in the bunks, the dining hall, the waterfront. I wanted to write about Keeyumah, but the Keeyumah I knew in my youth was gone. It was called Westmont now. So I went instead to Echo Lark, where Shirley and Arnie were working as directors emeritus. I spent a week there watching, listening, and wondering how it could be that no matter what sleepaway camp you attended, the experience was essentially the same. And at the end of that article I wrote, I've thought and thought about camp. I've asked myself the basic questions. Why do I love camp? Why after all these years does it still have a hold on me? Am I simply afraid of growing up? And I have no answers. I do not think it is Never Never Land. I think it is a proving ground for adolescence and a training ground for adulthood. I remember having very real problems at camp. Problems of fitting in with the bunk, problems of rejection by girls, problems of failing in athletics in crucial situations, problems that I thought would haunt me for the rest of my life. But I also remembered moments of great joy, heroic success, solving those problems with boys and girls, falling in like and falling in love, hitting the winning shot or getting the winning hit in equally crucial situations. As I look back on 16 years of camp, I believe that every kid I ever camped with went through all of those same moments, all those horrifying tragedies and all those stunning triumphs. And it occurs to me that something very special and significant happened to me at camp, that I learned to live with other people in an intense, almost claustrophobic situation, and that together we learned how to grow up. To this day, I feel closer to some people I went to camp with, people I haven't seen in 15 years, than I do to people I work with every day. I cannot explain this satisfactorily even to myself, and I have stopped trying. The day before I left camp, I walked to the highest point in Echo Lark, directly in front of the field house. From there I could look over the tops of the birch and the fir and pine trees and see the boys' waterfront area at Keeyumah. It was cold and drizzly, and a low-hanging fog seemed to make a marble cake out of the face of Sugarloaf, the mountain that casts its shadow on the camp. I stood there and watched that fog winding its way up and down the mountainside, swooping briefly over the campus, making even the waterfront disappear. It seemed to be teasing me, taking away little pieces of my past at its whim, robbing me of one last look at my roots, my essence. And then it rose again, and suddenly I could see Keeyumah clearly. My past seemed exquisitely fine from this distance, and small enough that if I had long arms, I could reach out and pick it up and wrap it in my memory and carry it with me forever. I'm choking up reading it. Did you know that?